Most real estate coaches will tell you when a market starts going down, you have to make more daily contacts. Instead of 20 contacts a day, make 40 or 50. I'm here to tell you something different, and it comes from personal experience. I've been prospecting daily for listings in real estate for the past 12 years. And I've tried a lot of different strategies, techniques, sources over that time. I've personally gone through this, which is why I want to make the video. One of the first things I was taught was, hey, this is a numbers game. You have to make more contacts each day if you want to take more listings, which totally makes sense. And I don't disagree with but bear with me because I agree with it to an extent. Because what happens when you tell an agent that? What happens when you tell an agent who's very coachable and wants to do it is they're going to make those 50 contacts. If you tell them to make 50 contacts a day, they will make 50 contacts a day. That being said, there's only so many hours in a day. So what does that agent do? They start rushing their calls. They're not listening as well on the calls just to hit that 50 contact number so they can get the job done. Because in their mind, they know they got to get that 50 contacts done. Well, the listening is the very thing that separates great agents from average. So when you start pushing yourself on contacts, your results decline. I've seen that firsthand, not only with myself, but with so many other agents, right? So yes, you need a minimum, right? You can't talk to 5 people a day. That's not going to move the needle, right? But if you get a good 15 to 20 people a day in the right lead sources, and if you want to link to my top lead source videos from my years of experience, just drop it in the comments below. Say, send me your lead sources, and I'll send you that video that breaks that down. Don't want to get into it here. I really want to focus on, what we're talking about, which is going deeper. Not 50 contacts a day, not 60 contacts a day, but a good 15 to 20, and go deep. What do I mean by go deep? Offer them value. We're not looking for listings. We're offering them something that's useful in their everyday life, whether they're buying or selling on that call. Okay? After you give them something of value, dig in a little bit deeper. Right? See what they're working on in their business or work, and see if there's any way you can help. Talk to them about what their dreams and aspirations are, what they're working towards in life. See what's going on with their family. See what's going on for vacations and travel. Not on every single call. Don't touch on all those things, but pick one of those topics, share some value, right, that they can actually use. That's the main purpose of the call. Show them you're checking in on their life, and then listen. If they ask you how the market is, or they give you an opportunity or show you a sign that they may need help, obviously dive into that. But if they don't, take some notes on your call, listen to what they're saying, and then when you call them next quarter, or you follow up with them based on that call the next time, you have a resource, a starting point. And what do you do there? On the next call, you offer them different value, and you check in on a different personal item that you hadn't talked about on the call before. And you just cycle through that. Be a real human. Show them you're listening. Show them you care. Try to solve their problems. And then, if they ask you for real estate help, obviously you're going to dive into that and show them how you can help there. But make that secondary, right? And take your time on these calls. Don't set this giant contact goal, when the market's changing or when you want to up your business. That, from my experience, whenever I did that, my listings went down. I was rushing the calls. I was missing cues. I was coming across as disinterested because I'm moving too fast on my end. But when I slowed it down and focused on what matters, whenever I've made that choice in my business, it's exploded. Right? So that's from personal experience. So if you're listening to this video, it resonates, but you're like, yeah, but what do I say on the calls? I never know what to say. Call, text, email. I'm happy to share some ideas, things that we've done on my team for other agents and that I still use to this day. We break it all down. We make it simple because one of the biggest things that keeps agents from calling is they don't know what to say. If you need help, I'm here. Hope this helps. As the market's turning or as you're trying to grow your business, go deeper, add value, listen. Let me know if it works.